Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a Buzz. So the other day we saw that there was a big PNP conference at the National Arena. And we saw Vybz Kartel, we saw ISAT, we saw Mr. Curry, and we also saw L.A. Lewis. And we thought that they were unified in taking down the JLP government. We thought that there was a coordinated effort. It was all brothers in arms. But it seems as if Mr. L.A. Lewis is giving a warning to Vybz Kartel as it pertains to Curry that he is mixed up on the fishy side. So people, I want you to take a look to exactly what L.A. Lewis has to say as it pertains to that, and then I'll give my piece.
So tell me your Kartel this morning upon, oh Curry, happy birthday. Where Kartel know Curry from? Curry ever seen a Gaza song yet? Read that. So people, me just a one Kartel people. Let me tell you, you see if Kartel keep up that bullshit the way me keep up, Kartel you was a big man. You have Tabby Thompson them there behind you. Better go look for Leng. Better go look for Evo. Mark Golden and go part Mark Golden Kartel. Do all of the Maroon Village them know so Curry fuck Batty and so cocky. Every one of them know not that. And if I lie me tell them to come try for proof so lie me tell anybody. It is no hiding. The head of all the organization and them on Curry Par.
Yeah, associate with them people, man.
Yeah, understand? Call the emperor name, say the emperor love woman. Me love have 10 some and 20 some woman. Can't call me name, we know. Cause the greatest kingdom, King Solomon, I hate that those woman, them man sleep with one time, you know. So, and the wife different from the concubine.
Now people, this is my disclaimer before I proceed. This is social media. Believe half of what you hear, half of what you see. So therefore, take heed to the source. Take heed that this is on TikTok. TikTok people are not responsible for what they say. So therefore, sometimes we have to give them a pass for being fully dunce. When it comes to L.A. Lewis, controversial character, he says a lot of things that make sense. However, a lot of the things that he says makes absolutely zero sense, meaning none at all. We hear him saying that he is the Maroon Emperor. Officially, Mr. Curry is in charge of the Maroon, the chief. So therefore, there might be some sorts of vindictiveness, some sorts of belly a carry. So whenever we see these characters on the same stage, meaning Vybz Kartel, Curry, L.A. Lewis, and then Isaac Buchanan, and then we hear this, we just know that drama, controversy, mix up and passa sell. And when it comes to L.A. Lewis, that is what he is about. That is his MO, that is his characteristics. So therefore, take everything with a grain of salt. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called, is it ignorance? Is it negligence? Is it irresponsible? Or is it DUPPY? Is there some sorts of curse in the water in Jamaica? And this is based on several incidents. Maybe about a week or so in a sandy gully, a lady almost get washed away. Somebody jump in the water to save her. However, that person was washed away. That person eventually, DIED, body was found a couple of days later. Fast forward in a Castleton Gardens that is in St. Mary. 4 other persons got washed away. After the smoke clear, water calmed down. At least 2 of them did not make it. People try to save people again. A man tried to save a woman. Both of them perished in the water. Fast forward in a Portland, less than a couple of days ago. 2 brothers, one from United States, left from America with his father to come and visit some sorts of grandfather, other family members in a Trelawney. They went on some sorts of trip in a Portland. However, before the day could have done, 2 brothers lost their life. Both of them drowned again. Take a look to what the family members has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
I seen it go one way, so I say, come out, wanna come out of the water? I say, Brian, I call for Brian. I say, Brian, take him out of the water, because when I say Brian, I say, take him out of the water, wanna come out of the water. But it's like, him, let's say, I see him come out of the water, and like he start cry, like he say he feel weak, or his body freeze up or something like that. I say, my son go up, and the other big one, like go half of him, so then go half of him now.
I'm going there, I'm tell me to the hand water. So I said, I'm not even each we just go out there fast and go down there. I'm looking to see two of them side and side and the water. Which we do, just have to pick out one of them first. And the other people them to help me draw them out.
Now, people, this is simple, elementary. This time of the year, call it silly season as it pertains to water, as it pertains to flooding in a gully, as it pertains to river, the river come down. You have a thing that is called gravity. You have a thing that is called current in the water. The water from the hill, the water from the mountain, it flows down and it comes in the valley. And then it flows downhill again. It never goes up. So therefore the currents with the water, especially whenever it is rainy season, it is going to drag you. In most of these rivers in Jamaica, there's always some sorts of escape routes if it comes down to the tributaries in the valley or it goes underground. Whenever there's any sorts of seepage or leakage or any sorts of hole, that pressure, that pull, gravitational pull, current pull is going to drag you under and you cannot go against the grain, go against the current. That is what caused a lot of people to lose their life. So people, me no think say a DUPPY, me no think say a curse. It is simply negligence and people ignorant to the fact that, listen, you don't just go to a place and jump in the river. Make the people from the area explain how this river, how this canal or whatever works, or else you are going to find yourself in a very bad predicament, as in DEATH, point blank and period.
Night. Public announcement. All right. Please avoid Clifton. Clifton. Anybody going or coming from Portmore, please avoid Clifton, especially if you are driving. So there's a what you call it, stable break. The horses get away over there and they're damaging the cars. There's a lot of them on the road lying down, cars hit them and them dead or they're dying. So if it is possible, avoid Clifton. You see, for your own safety and your family, if you know anybody who's traveling there, the traffic is piled up right now. Plus the horses are creating havoc over there.
So the next thing that is popping in the news and the voice note that you just heard is of an incident that took place on the busy thoroughfare of the roads of a place called Clifton, I think, in which it is said that there were a couple of stable breaks, meaning that the horses, probably race horses, they escaped and they got onto the busy thoroughfare, the roads of Jamaica, and they were creating all sorts of havoc, catastrophe. 3 persons got injured, had to be rushed to the hospital. At least 3 horses lost their life, and also in excess of 14 motor vehicles got damaged. I am going to let you hear from one of the victims that got injured, explaining his story, his side of the story in intricate details. I am also going to let you hear from a man that was injured, along with his passengers in a previous incident involving these same horses. Just to let you know that this is no sorts of isolated incident. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
I was driving around the Bernard Road, and while I came up on a corner, there was like about 7 horses, like running come straight to my car. And I stopped, just to, see if they would go past me. But instead they go past me, they just start, crashing in the car, jumping on top of the car and jumping on the bonnet, mash up all of my car, whole of my car bonnet, whole of the top, the glass, the windscreen, and everything mash up. Yeah, and one of the horse, eventually, dropped on the top of the car, then fell off on the ground. One of his foot inside of the car. I was to push it away. I had also lay down on the side of on my side in the car. That's how I didn't get any more serious damage or injury.
It am over and over where they ask them run out on the driver them round here, and when it happen you don't get no justice. You don't get no justice because when you check, no one's no one who they ask them. And most of the time people always get injured and you carry them because you know say I ask that. And your vehicle mash up, and when you check, every man I tell you say I don't feed them ass, and you're there on your own with your vehicle, and most time the passenger pressure you as the driver can feed them car then get injured, and your car then get injured.
Now, people, it seems as if Jamaica is the epicenter of fully doneness. They are always reactive instead of proactive. So unless somebody gets badly hurt or even lose their life, as in the case, 3 persons, 14 vehicles badly damaged, 3 horses did not make it. Don't know if these are present race horses at Caymanas Park, have no sorts of evidence to substantiate those claims, whatever it is. This incident could have easily been avoided. This is not the first time. This is not the second time as far as I am concerned. Based on the voice notes or the voice that you just heard, this has been happening forever and a day. And whenever they try to get any sorts of justice, any sorts of compensation, everybody is pointing the finger at the next person saying, it was not me. However, the relevant authority needs to step in. This is just a warning, and like I said, if you do not take heed, it is only going to get worse and worse, and people are going to eventually lose their life if this continues to happen. The relevant authority needs to put a stoppage to this before it put a stoppage to other person's life and injure other person. How many other persons need to get hurt? How many other cars need to get damaged? How many other horses need to DIE before them do something, before something do them? Now the sad thing is that the voice notes that you heard does not do a proper description of exactly what took place, because I got these pictures, and when you look at these cars, there was all sorts of BLOOD all over, all sorts of van, all sorts of car, all sorts of horses laying on the road, them head gone, them foot gone, them belly bust out, all sorts of vehicle badly damaged. It looks as if Chucky and Scarface and everybody passed through. It was a BLOODY mangled mess, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the madness and the mayhem on the roads of Jamaica continue. I am going to show you a video of an accident that took place in the Spanish Town region, wherein a couple of persons almost lost their life. A couple of vehicles were badly damaged, however, it could have been worse. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Yeah. You want to send it where? Dog. Yes, I fence stop it. From go over in a river charge, me I tell you that. I saw I go, I see me can go up in a bush there.
God is good and God is good.
I fence stop it.
Go to the road there.
You say I fence stop it from go over. You know how long I see them people in school days. Here there. I fence stop it. You broke your light, mommy. Yeah. Oh, no video? Oh.
Now, people, like I said, don't know the before, only the after, the circumstances that led to this. Who was wrong, who was right. But when we see where this vehicle ended up, we have to ask the question, how fast was that person going on a regular road that even after she tried or was hit, derailed, sent to the side, sent into the bushes, it took her at least 100 meters to stop. We have to ask the question, how fast was she going and why? Luckily, she did not jump over the fence and end up in some sort of river, maybe Rio Cobre that is in Spanish Town, and the car drop, explode, people get DEAD, mangled mess, and also in a ball of flame. My point is this, maybe if people slow down a tad bit, the lives that they save might be their own. However, we know some people don't learn from the mistakes of others. It seems as if one fool makes many, until many, D-I-E, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.